Rated M for mature.
Boy, do you believe in miracles? What's going on, people? Fame and the Same here from TICGN.com, and welcome to episode 39 of the Double XP podcast. And boy, if you believe in God, you must have prayed to him, because we're all here. The band is back together for the first time in a few weeks, and I am happy to be back with my guys and my gals. We'll start with the introductions with my light-skinned brother from somebody else's mother, Mr. Nicodemus X.
Yo, what's good? It's Nicodemus, the king of indies himself, the one and only. And yes, it's definitely good to be back at it like a crack addict with all my, double XP family. You know what I'm saying? So let's get at it.
Yeah, buddy. And it feels good to say this. So I'm a do a little show to shake and sink down in my seat as I say this. Next up, we got my right hand, one man, Miss 2V1 herself, Mama Cedar, back in action.
Hey, it's good to be back with y'all. I've missed y'all.
Man, we
missed the game. Yeah, I've missed y'all. So,
and then the fans, I missed you too, because people stopped watching when you left. I'm just letting you know.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, the hell they did. Yeah, the hell they did.
Well, somebody hit me up on Twitter, was asking me when you coming back to the podcast, and I told I was coming back today. So I was like, oh, it's nice that I was missed.
Well, we happy to have you back. Next up, Crunk Girl, what's happening?
What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite gamer girl, Crunk Girl 711, back at it again with the family. Happy to be back. Talk some video games. It's been a minute. Happy to talk about what's been going on lately. Some of the stuff that's about to happen like next week, and yeah, man, just glad to be back with everybody. This is the first time everybody's been in the chat with each other for a minute.
Yo, shout out to my man Marcus. He's like only here for Mama Cedar.
Oh. No,
I ain't seen Marcus name in the chat in a while. I ain't seen Marcus in his chat for a while, so he ain't lying. He ain't lying. He's telling the truth.
Hey, what's up, Marcus?
Last but not least, we got the newest bits of the Double XP podcast. He ain't figured out the intro for his damn self yet, so I ain't figured out one for him. But we got my man Dallas.
Man,
okay.
What's going on?
Hey, so he part of the podcast now. Okay, see,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now, see, he was supposed to be on this podcast. It was something called Trophy Life. Nick, you know a podcast called Trophy Life? Huh, Nick? Huh, motherfucker?
I don't think it's proper to speak of the dead, sir.
Now say it ain't so. Trophy Life gone?
Oh, it's dead. It got shot 5 times. It did not take it in smile. It got shot 5 times. It did not take it in smile. It is in the grave 6 feet deep.
I don't believe that. There's too many PlayStation fans out here in these streets.
They're too busy playing games. They don't listen to podcasts.
For those of you who are here for the first time, Dallas is a primarily PlayStation gamer. He be fanboying it up with Nick, walking around with their PlayStation shirts and hats on when we be at conventions, embarrassing the hell out of me. Embarrassing the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get no more Xbox peeps?
Oh, we gonna have to get one. We gotta do something, because
now we 3-on-2.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and here's why it works. Because sometimes Nick be missing, sometimes Crunk be missing. So now you got, PlayStation dudes need help. They need help because they be lacking.
Whatever. Mama Cedar been gone. Mama Cedar been gone for 2 months. What you talking about?
Hey, but that's Mama Cedar.
What? Mama Cedar gets a pass just because she's Mama Cedar.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Tell the truth. Let's hold on. I came to this podcast in October of last year. Mm-hmm. Mama Cedar only missed 1 show prior to my father's passing. So don't even try it.
But I only missed 1 show, like famous exaggerating, and then try to put you on a pedestal. Like, no.
Well, I do deserve to be on the pedestal because I only missed 1. Let me see how many you missed. Nicodemus ain't missed none. The Crunk and MIA.
Crunk is the one that be MIA.
But I had got better though. Y'all gotta admit, I was the first ones up in here.
The only time I miss a show is if it's like an emergency.
Yo, I'll be like, all right, y'all podcast tomorrow. I'll be like, bet. The next day, Crunk ass be asleep. She wake up, she look at her phone. She like, man, fuck that podcast. And she go back to sleep.
Yeah, we be podcasting. Well, we're Crunk gaming though. I give it to her though. Crumpy gaming or taking care of moms though. So
sometimes stuff happens, man. Like when mom threw up and I had to clean up all of that shit.
Oh.
And plus, Ma, you know how me and you be getting it. Like they need an extra person. Like they need help.
No, we don't need it.
Oh.
You know how me and Ma get.
Oh, here we go.
You guys be pulling.
how it is.
You guys be pulling straws. Like you gotta be pulling shit out of thin air.
Nah, you'll be drinking that pony juice. That's what y'all be
Xbox
doing.
One X has been out. Isn't this the first time?
First time we did what you say?
I said, isn't this the first time that all of us have been in the same chat since the
It's Black Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, how was church? How was church?
You know what? Are we gonna have a conversation on that at some point? Because there was a little Black Jesus comment. You need to go ahead on with that one, bro. Because the X putting your stuff to shame.
Ain't he powerful?
I'm telling you.
Ain't he is what he is?
Them X games look good as heck.
I think Black Jesus is a good compliment though.
When
He's all powerful. He's all powerful, right?
When it comes to 4K, won't he do it? Yes, he
4K,
will.
HDR, frame rate.
I wasn't making fun. That was a compliment. That was a legit compliment.
That's true. He will do it. He'll do it on Netflix. He'll do it on Hulu.
Oh, bro, you trash, bro. You know what?
I got Netflix and Hulu on my PS4 too, bro. So what you saying?
And that's how Nick do on his PS4. I got the screenshots, G. Don't act like you don't.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Netflix now.
And Crunchyroll. I watch Crunchyroll too.
The Netflix originals be a beast, man.
Crunchyroll.
You just made yourself a
Yup, Spotify, all that. What's up, Fastback? Hey, and shout out to Chris Cobra. Let's see, we got JW.
Oh no, Mama see that we have a new protocol. We don't give shout outs to people in the chat anymore. We're too big for that.
Ain't nobody trying to.
Listen, we're at the point now where we've been so MIA and so spattered and missing show count shows. We begging folks to come back right now, motherfucker. So you better go in the chat.
I don't care nothing about these. I don't care nothing about these people.
I'm always care about the people.
I'm too light skinned to care about these little ass people.
Oh, and shout out.
I know you did say that.
I just did. I said it. Wait till how I'm acting when you see me at PAX South.
Yeah, that crown done got too tight on your head, apparently.
Nick, you need to change your name from Nick to Joffrey.
Why?
Yeah.
Obviously. So many parallels.
Yo, this is really quick. PAX South is coming up. It will be here January 12th to the 14th. We're going to try to do a double SP podcast just about every day at PAX. And one of the podcasts that I plan on doing is with a couple of guys that you guys might have met on Twitter, things like that. We should have Fast back on if he's going. J-Dub, he'll be there. He'll be on the podcast. We're still hoping Nia will be there. BFG. It's a lot of Texas gamers that will be at PAX. So we're hoping to have a huge podcast going. If not, we'll try to get each one of those guests on different days at PAX South. So make sure you guys are tuned into that. So, you guys ready to hit these topics? Everybody good? Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Ready.
Devil May Cry 5 is if you guys are on Reset Era, there's been some leaks and rumors that Devil May Cry 5 just may be a PS4 console exclusive, still coming to PC, so a console exclusive. What do you guys think about this? If it's true, do you think Capcom is screwing themselves again like they did with Street Fighter 5?
I don't think so. I don't think they're screwing themselves again if they don't have the money to make the game. And Sony is trying to help them make the game. I don't think so, but only time will tell. I haven't heard anything like
Sony's helping them make this one too?
Because they helped with Street Fighter 5 as well.
Yeah, they did. And Street Fighter 5 is trash.
So let's go around. So Dallas, what do you think, man? First off, you think it's true? And if it is, do you think it was a smart move by Sony, dumb move by Capcom? What do you think, brother?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised. And I do think it's a smart move by Sony. Capcom does what they does. But look, I'm a big and have been since the first Devil May Cry fan. We're not going to talk about 4 that kind of didn't happen. But I've been a big Devil May Cry fan for a minute, and call me what you want, but I don't see the problem. Eventually, I feel like Xbox will get it either way. It might take a while, it might take a few years, but
So you think it's time? You don't think you don't think it'll be a permanent exclusive like Street Fighter 5?
I don't think so.
I got a question though. Wasn't Devil May Cry exclusive before?
Yes, that's exactly
most of the Devil May Cry games were exclusive. And
I think it was what 1 and 2. I know 3. Was it 3 that when they changed Dante, it wasn't. It was on everything.
Yeah,
and that's the one I remember. That's the one I recently beat. That one. So I think what was it? 1 and 2 that was exclusive.
It was, and I fully expect to see Devil May Cry 5 end up on Xbox at some point or another. I don't think it'll remain exclusive forever.
Hey, Dallas, if people having little problems hearing you, bro. If I cut your mic up a little bit, you might have to scoot closer to your mic just a little bit, my guy.
Yeah, I say I fully expect to see Devil May Cry 5 end up on Xbox at some point or another, and PC at some point or another. I just don't see it.
Is this a Capcom deal or a Sony deal?
It's a Capcom and Sony. I mean, they obviously got a hell of a good partnership going. Like I said, Street Fighter 5 and now this. I mean, but let me ask you this, Nick. Do you think this is a big enough game for gamers who are only on Xbox to be upset about not coming to their console?
No, that's why I'm asking these questions, because I don't understand the big deal here. I don't understand why Sony would go after exclusivity for this game, or why Capcom would make it only exclusive to PS4. I mean, I understand what you guys are saying as far as the history goes, but that still doesn't explain why it's exclusive in the first place. And no, I don't think it's a big enough game to where Xbox gamers should be, jealous about this. I mean, I understand a few of you, like this little beat 'em up game, but this ain't no big game.
I fucks with Devil May Cry.
I know you do. You're in the minority, but this game is not a big game. This is not a big announcement, in my opinion.
So that we're clear, it depends on if the game is big or not, or if it's a well-loved game or popular game, determines whether or not third-party exclusive deals are okay for some of us. I mean, let's say if this were, let's say Mass Effect, which was exclusive to the Xbox at one point, and then we found out that Mass Effect 4 was going to be exclusive to Xbox, then it would be a big deal.
It'd be a riot in the streets.
I would say I don't say I would agree or disagree, whatever. I would say I would understand why it's exclusive. I would understand why Sony would want to be exclusive, or it would be even an exclusive deal. I would understand more than something like this. I don't understand why this is exclusive. Why wouldn't they want to get the most money they could out of this little ass game?
But what you mean?
They do that on all platforms?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Number wise, or what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as sales, like, why wouldn't Capcom want? I mean, Devil May Cry is not all that. I mean, it's a cool game and all, but it ain't all that. So why wouldn't they want to maximize their earn potential?
That's okay. Opinion, though. I don't know about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's why I asked: is Sony paying them to make it exclusive, or like, I don't understand.
I mean, that's what's in the little post. Because they had more than that, man. They had setting, and man, they had a whole list of stuff. They didn't about told the game, but I didn't read all.
You know what? You know what we forget sometimes, though, the cost that it takes to bring these games into fruition. We don't know. First of all, this is a rumor, so this isn't. I mean, I haven't read anything where this is all facts, so we're all just kind of talking about what we've maybe possibly could be a possibility, but we don't really know what the cost or how much. Remember, Rise of the Tomb Raider said that if it were not for Microsoft, there would not have been a Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, is it possible without Sony's support?
Yeah, I guess I need the more details to understand why.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying.
I understand the cost. I understand the cost of making games, and that you can't really put it on all platforms sometime at first until you make a little money. Then you do. I understand that. I want to understand the details of why this is being done.
That's the same reason that we got Street Fighter 5 as fast as we did, because if it wasn't for Sony, they probably wouldn't.
See, I understand that. I understand why that was exclusive.
No, I'm just saying they may be the same thing, because Capcom was in some deep doo-doo at one time.
Who's developing this game? Is it Capcom developing?
I mean, it's only a rumor. Nobody knows for sure. But from what the rumor is saying, that it's gonna be on PC and PS4. But I mean, if it to me, that's the same thing that happened with Tomb Raider. Everybody went ham. I was upset, but was I mad or pissed off? Like, no. I'm like, yo, I was like, Microsoft got Tomb Raider? I'm like, holy shit. Like, it was like a surprise, but was I like so upset and mad?
The pitchforks were out.
The
pitchforks were out about that.
Folks was killing. All the big name YouTubers were killing Microsoft for this.
Yes, they were.
You know why they were?
Even when Crystal Dynamics gave Microsoft credit.
And that's why.
They said it wouldn't have even come. It would not have even been made without their support. They were still crucified and still are being crucified for that.
Let's say this. Let's say Microsoft, this ain't happening, right? This is hypothetical. Let's say Microsoft at E3 come out and we hear that Mortal Kombat 11 is an Xbox exclusive.
Oh, yeah. There's
going to be riots in the streets.
There's going to be problems. Yeah, there's going to be problems.
And that's what happened with Street Fighter and people didn't blink an eye. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. That's it's kind of a...
You know what though? I called when I saw Street Fighter. I'm like, yo, because I told my boy Shokio this and he thought I was lying. I'm like, yo, it's signs. It's too many signs that Street Fighter was gonna be exclusive. And I said, if Sony does that, holy shit. Like, I don't know what they did, what kind of deals they had, or if they're paying for it, or what happened. But if that happens, holy shit. And when I saw Tomb Raider, I'm like, yo, what the hell did Microsoft do to get Tomb Raider? That's crazy. I'm like, okay. I was like excited actually. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
I ain't gonna front though. I'm sick of Microsoft doing like if this game is like for that exclusive to Sony, you know, I got a PS4, right? So I ain't tripping. So I'm like, yo, kudos to them. I think Microsoft needs to adopt this, what Sony's doing, and actually get it right out. Because every time you hear about an Xbox third-party exclusive, it's always, you know, exclusive holiday 2016, exclusive summer 2018, or the developer said we're working on a PS4 version. Like Microsoft never straight out just buys these big name third party exclusives that they need to.
Yeah,
I mean that's a problem. Like
I kind of felt that way too. I'm like, I wonder why they didn't get it. Like, or I mean, they got Titan.
Let's stop this. You know, doggone well, everybody would be nailing them to the cross if they.
Oh yeah, they would.
Saying, come on,
Sony can do anything they want. Microsoft can't.
If Microsoft did that, they would be, oh my gosh, this isn't healthy for gaming. This isn't these third-party exclusives. Instead of going out here throwing your money, I want you build them up. They're just throwing their money around. Come on, that's what we'll be saying. So it's like damned if they do, damned if they don't. And that's the position that they have been in this gen, honestly. And it's not a defense, it's just where they are. Doesn't matter what they do.
So let me ask you a question. Would y'all rather for Microsoft to say fuck what everybody's saying and stick with their guns?
Yes. I wish they would, Crump.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
Stop trying to put some headphones on and stop listening to folks.
Yep, I really do.
That's why they don't get no respect, because they don't.
What?
Where they aren't doing that. They aren't doing that as much as they used to be. You know, the Microsoft of old didn't care what anybody thought.
I know, and that's why they wanted to do. And that's why they got respect. And the Microsoft of old used to do everything. The Microsoft of old used to do everything that Sony's doing now. And Sony used to get crucified for all the things that they would do. And Microsoft used to get praised for everything they do. So now the tables have turned because Sony grabbed those steel balls and put it on them like Megatron. This generation.
I don't know what
Microsoft's balls just dropped to the ground and they cowered like little cowards this whole generation. That's why nobody respects them. And
wait a minute, so now it's bad.
Criticized.
So now it's bad for your balls to drop. So I'm guessing yours ain't dropped yet, Nick.
No, dropped on the ground and rolled into the gutter, sir. They have no balls.
You know about what you know about your balls, okay?
Okay.
Microsoft balls are gone.
I understand what y'all saying though, and I know some people who are like, yo, I wish Microsoft just would have stuck to their guns and just did it, and if it failed, it would have just failed.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys seen that. I read an article not too long ago about Nadella. Is I pronounce the name? The CEO at Microsoft.
Yeah,
they plan on spending this. Well, he came out and said they're about to spend a lot of money, put a lot of money in the gaming division. $100 billion or whatever in the gaming division. I hope that's true.
I'm happy. I'm
because
glad.
Microsoft has, regardless of Microsoft losing, Microsoft has the power to go out and pretty much money whip any developer if they wanted to, right?
Yeah, I mean, they do.
They can money whip any developer, and I think now that Phil is on that board, and he has Nadella in his. I hope I'm saying that right. He has pretty much Nadella in his pocket. Nadella. I think it's time to go out and make it rain on these developers, because at this point, Microsoft has to money with people. But like Ma said, what sucks about it is when they do it, people gonna scream to the heavens, dirty ass Microsoft right here buying.
I want them to use their money and build up a whole bunch of new studios, maybe, or
I would love that
some of the bigger studios
to like that too, actually.
Yeah, because I mean, I think if you guys know your Microsoft history, I mean, we can go back. Microsoft was definitely a they were pretty much cutthroat, and they cutthroat a lot when they threw that weight and their money around. A lot of businesses got went by the way of the dodo bird, went into extinction. So, I mean, you just got to be careful in what we say.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want them to be like that. I don't want to be that like that. Yeah, I don't want it to be like that. Though.
All right.
What do we need to say to them then to turn them back that way without messing it up for everybody?
That's on them, man. I mean,
well, I mean, honestly, I think that listening to your customers and listening to gamers isn't a bad thing. I like the fact that they listen, but what I'm saying is, I don't think they have to try to do everything that a customer or a gamer asks them to do if it doesn't make adequate business sense for them or in the long run. If it's a short term and it may fix a problem for the short term, but what does that do down the road? And I just think that I'm hoping that Phil, now that he has a seat as a vice president, that he has people around him that definitely hears the voices of what we're saying. And then Phil's on Twitter and social media. He talks directly to the gamers and get their input. But I just hope that he takes that information but makes the best decisions going forward as a long term. I mean, I don't want you to pacify me for a week or two or for a month. I plan to game for the rest of my life, okay? So going forward, I want great games, great services, a great community, great Xbox Live, all that going forward. And I want to know that when I invest my money and my time and my energy into this, I feel the rewards coming back. That's pretty much, I think, what every gamer wants from Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo.
That's
so
true.
Now, speaking of developing teams or studios, Playground Games, as you guys may know them, I only know them for the Forza Horizon series. Now, for anybody starts saying stupid stuff, if they listen to this live or not listen to this live, Forza Horizon, the Horizon series, Forza series will never be on any console besides Xbox. All right, Microsoft owns that IP, but Playgrounds has opened up a new studio. They now have about 400 employees, and they have hired developers from Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, and Hellblade.
Wow,
that's some good stuff. They got people from Ninja Theory over there.
But one thing you have to know
maybe
is an independent studio.
So that means it may be
Turn 10 makes the Forza games, the Forza Motorsport games, and Playground makes the Horizon games. Now, while we're speaking on Microsoft buying studios, I'm wondering, why hasn't Microsoft made Playground a first-party studio? And with that in mind, do you guys think, because they're working on a new RPG, a new open world RPG, and they've hired some big-time developers, do you guys think their new RPG will be an Xbox exclusive, and Playground will go along the lines of what Remedy was for Microsoft, an independent studio, but they made their game exclusively for the Xbox?
I think maybe Microsoft has tried to make them a studio, but maybe they didn't want to keep their independence, because that'd be the case sometimes.
I would say that too, because Insomniac was the same way. I think
sometimes their independence is worth way more than whatever money they're going to throw at them, because they see like how it would be in the long run, the pros and the cons, and maybe the pros of them being independents outweighed the pros of being under Microsoft. So
let me ask you this, Nick. Do you think that this new game they're making, do you think they'll make it exclusive to Xbox just because of that relationship they have? And I mean, because no one really knows Playground for any other thing but Forza Horizon.
I really do think that it all depends on the deal that Microsoft has with them as far as exclusive rights. If it's worth their while as far as money goes, and if Microsoft's going to help them to some capacity financially, I can see them doing that. Especially them, venturing out like this. It's going to cost a whole lot of money, so I can see them doing that at first. Definitely, yeah.
What you think, Ma?
Listen, I think Microsoft has, learned a lot of lessons, especially with Bungie and some of the other debacles in the past. And if they're smart, let's just say that Playground wants to continue to be independent, because there are a lot of reasons. Creativity and just having ownership and control of your IP can outweigh, for some people, throwing a check, at them. So I would hope that going forward, there is still some type of deal where Playground can make an exclusive RPG for the Xbox One's platform. I would hope so, because at this point, Microsoft is really in dire need of some first party role-playing games. And who better at this point, Playground.
They got Scalebound coming this holiday.
And they've also said,
I got it for Christmas for you, fame.
I'll bring it over. I'm just going to go ahead and ignore that. I'm going to ignore that.
I'll bring it over December 25th.
Sure. I'm just going to ignore that one. But they've said that they are going to invest in first party studios or buying studios. So I don't know. So it's just like we just kind of got to wait and see what's going to happen.
I'm hoping this is one of those things where they're in the process of buying the studio and they just can't say it right now because of contractual situations. But I think it'd be silly if Microsoft at least if they let them keep their independence. I mean, if they keep their independence, that's fine. But I think Microsoft should at least say, hey, all right, you're making a game. You guys do Forza 4s, which is our best franchise right now. I think that's pretty clear that the Horizon series is the best thing going for Xbox right now as far as their IPs that they own. Microsoft said, hey, all right, well, you could use assets from this game here. We got an engine for your next game right here. And you can make this game exclusive. But I want to let you guys keep thinking. Dallas, what do you think about this, bro?
You just said it for me. What I'm really hoping for is just basically a healthy working relationship. What I want to see, in a nutshell, is this generation's Jade Empire. That's what I'm hoping to see.
Oh yeah.
Dang. I need to. What time is it? 30 minutes. I need to clip that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I gotta say that's a sound bite.
I know. I heard that too.
Speaking of Jade Empire, have you guys played? Any of you guys played Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The new release. Do y'all see how good that game looks? For it to be an Xbox game,
it aged well.
Which one? Which Ninja Gaiden? Which one?
It's Ninja Gaiden Black.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It looks so. It looks good. It plays good. I'm like, oh my gosh, this game looks absolutely gorgeous. They did a bang up job.
I haven't seen
It looks fabulous and plays fabulous. I played around with it just a little bit, and but I had to get back to leave me alone. I had to get back to Assassin's Creed. But yeah, I just had to play with it for a little bit and see how I do.
Mine ain't been back but 30 minutes and she got 2 sound bites already.
2 of them already, huh?
Lord have mercy.
I'm done with y'all. Y'all were just waiting on it.
See what I'm saying?
No, it just came out of nowhere.
It just came, bro. It
just
came.
Literally.
It just came, man. I don't know. I forgot why I hate y'all.
See, you know what? But anyway, that game look good for real.
I'm mad at that. Oh God, y'all got me crying.
And that first boss ain't no joke. I'm like, man, this game.
I know. I heard a lot of the original Xbox One games look pretty damn good. I haven't seen it though. I might see if they got like some footage of it or something like that. See how it looked. That game right there, that was a good game, man. Ninja Gaiden is incredible. They need to bring that joint back.
So, Crunk, what do you think about Playground? What do you think about you think
I'm
this is
excited.
Xbox exclusive at all?
I'm excited to see where it goes, dog. Like, cause like y'all say, they only made Forza Horizon 2, so I'm ready.
They did 2. They did 3.
No, I'm saying not 2, but I mean like the series, the franchise.
Oh,
like,
okay.
That I know of it. Have they? Isn't that all they've done?
I don't know. I don't honestly, off the top of my head, I got to use Google. I don't know what games they've made, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's the only thing I know them for. And until you told me, I didn't know that they weren't first party. I thought they were first party. I didn't know.
A lot of people think they're first party.
Yeah, I did that. I was like, damn, I learned something new every day. So I'm hoping that it is exclusive and it looks freaking
all right.
good.
So the only thing they've ever done is Forza Horizon 2. They've done all the DLC, Forza Horizon 3, the DLC, and this open world RPG is the only other thing they've ever done besides Forza. So
yeah,
you know,
sounds
knowing
like,
that, something tells me
Guerrilla Games. Then like same thing with Guerrilla Games when the only thing they had ever done was Killzone. So
something tells me that whatever game they can make going to be an Xbox exclusive. I think y'all are right. They're going to stay independent, but I think they're going to do they're going to be what Remedy was to Xbox at first before they went multi-platform. I think whatever game they're making not to be Xbox exclusive.
Do you think they'll own the IP?
Probably.
I think so as well. But
which I don't think is a bad thing because you can still let a developer own their IP. And still make the game exclusive. I mean, Microsoft did it with Insomniac.
No, so I'm just wondering because you like, I was gonna say just like Insomniac.
I think
Sony been tried to buy their exclusive and they was like, nah, we good. Like, nah, I'm good.
I think the fact that they're hiring all these big name developers shows that they might want to just keep. They want to make a game of their own and keep.
And moved into that large office building.
Yes.
So that speaks volumes.
It sounds like they're taking it serious, which is good. It's a good thing, y'all. And like y'all was saying, like they're going into a whole nother realm, a whole nother journey, I guess, because it's not sports games anymore. It's RPG. It's totally different.
Well, it's crazy how
they wouldn't say nothing. I wish they would have just surprised us with it.
They're hiring all these people and all this stuff because of the Forza series. I'm just hoping that I'm really, really hoping that once all the hiring is done and buildings is done, everyone's moved in, they can announce that they are a first party studio.
Yeah, it might.
Microsoft needs that.
It might be, and I'll be happy.
Microsoft needs
happy for it.
Oh, somebody in the chat said Cuphead on PS4 2018. Good luck, sir. Developers already said no. You better wishful thinking.
That ain't never coming. Just get on your laptop and get on Steam and play it.
That's like me saying, Horizon Zero Dawn coming on Xbox 2020. Come on now. But let's keep it rolling. The November NPDs have been something that people have been talking about since last year when the Xbox was announced and we had a release date, right? So all year people talked about November NPD. Who's going to win the November NPD? Horizon DLC drop, Mario Odyssey drop, and then the Xbox One X had released. Now, we all gave our predictions before, and now we've seen how things have begun to play out with Sony coming out and saying that they've had PS4 had their best-selling periods ever. Then we've heard, what Xbox did. We know what they did in the UK, selling 80,000 in the first week. We know what they did in the US. Of course, we all know how the Nintendo Switch has been selling. So I want to go around the panel and ask you guys, can the Xbox actually take the November NPD, knowing what Sony has been doing, what Nintendo has been doing, and with that $199 PS4 Slim? I want to start with Dallas.
Now you know what I'm about to say. You ain't even have to.
Of course, I know what your fraud ass is going to say.
No. I mean, all you had to have said was PS4 $199. Like, think about this.
Sold out everywhere.
When you heard that, when you heard that, what did you think to yourself? When you heard that, you saw this coming. Xbox, that's gonna be hard to compete with. Like, we can keep Switch out the conversation because they're gonna continuously sell slowly but surely either way it goes. But I don't think so.
So women. So who's winning this NPD this month, Dallas?
I want to give it. You know, I want to give it to PlayStation all the time.
Of course, your fraud ass.
Let's.
What did he say? I couldn't hear you.
I said I want to give it to PlayStation either way.
Oh, okay.
Like $199 PS4, you can't beat that.
All right, Crunk. What you think? You think Xbox can take it? If not, why and who's taking it?
Well, I'm sticking to my guns, and I think both my PlayStation brothers are gonna be mad at me when I say this. I've been saying this since March, I think March or April. Whenever the Switch came out, I told people Mario was coming out in November. The Switch is winning November. I told people, and the thing is, people were like, "Oh, well, Nintendo didn't go down on no prices." I'm like, it don't matter. They're gonna do the same thing next year if Pokemon come out in November. It's gonna outsell everything. But PlayStation threw a loop in the game. They threw a monkey wrench in the game when Sunday they put out that $199 PS4 and got the jump on Microsoft with the Slim, because I think they put theirs out too for $189, if I'm not mistaken.
$189.
Yeah, like and I think it threw Microsoft for a loop because they came out early with it. Like Sony came out like 3 or 4 days early before Black Friday with that sale, and it was selling out then. So I'm going with Nintendo. I said this like months and months ago that I still think after I saw that they put Zelda in February or whenever it came out, and they put Mario in November, I said that. I was like, yo, Nintendo is going to dominate Black Friday. It probably dominated Cyber Monday too. And they didn't go down. They didn't even go down in price.
All right, so at least Crunk was real with it. I know Nick ain't. Nick, can Xbox take November? Yes or no? Why? And if you say no, who's taking it?
All right, so the question, Xbox, can they take November? I'm gonna say no. No, definitely not. Strike against Xbox or anything like that. I think they made a valiant effort. You know what I'm saying? Black Jesus, he can only do so many damn miracles, and this ain't one of them, unfortunately. But no, for real though, it's between the Switch and PlayStation, definitely. And I was thinking the Switch might be able to overtake the King. But I'm gonna have to go with PS4, man. That, like Dallas was saying, that damn price drop, man. Everybody, they went wild for them PlayStation, man. They went absolutely wild. So yeah, I think they edged out Nintendo for the November NPD. It'll be close, but I think PlayStation gonna edge them out.
Mama Cita, spit that gospel.
Well, here's the thing. If the question is, who do I, if Microsoft can win it, or is the question who do I think can win it? Or who do I think is going to win it?
Who's going to take it?
Well, here's the thing. If your initial question was, do you think Microsoft can?
Do you think Xbox can take it?
And I think they can. And let me explain why I think they can win NPD, because UK sales has nothing to do with NPD. Worldwide sales and the best Black Friday. They're talking of their. If they were just talking about US sales, which I don't know that they were, I would assume they were talking worldwide. But let's just say we're talking US sales, and we know that Xbox isn't necessarily so far behind PlayStation that it's just ridiculous. Worldwide, we know it's a wrap. But as far as the homeland, Xbox is still very competitive. We've got the Xbox One X, okay, which is of course the all-powerful. All third-party games are going to play better, look better on the Xbox One, assuming that the games are patched. Facts. We've got the Xbox One S, which is at $189. Here's the deal. I went online Cyber Monday to purchase a family member a PlayStation, a PS4. I couldn't find one. There wasn't one anywhere in sight. I went online. Every store that I went to was sold out. But there were a number of Xbox Ones. Everywhere I went, I could get an Xbox One S. So if the fact that the PlayStation, you can't find one, guess what that means? If a potential buyer comes in to want one, they can't get it. So if they don't have a PS4, then what are they going to get? They're going to get a One S. So yeah, I think NPD US, yeah, it's possible that they can take it. With that in mind, and then of course we've got the 1X.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I'm about to damage control right now. So I'm gonna get my answer, then I'm gonna damage control. Okay. So that 199 PS4, that was a kick in the teeth. I don't think Microsoft even saw that coming, right? Because I went to GameStop. I went in to buy Wolfenstein on the Xbox One because I got the X, and thanks to my boy J Dub, which Wolfenstein plays best on Xbox. Fact. But I went in to buy it, and the line was out the door, and Buddy was like, "Who are here for the PS4?" And 95% of the line raised their hand. I threw that goddamn case on the ground. I walked out the store. I'm gonna be there forever, waiting on. So I was like, "Nah, I just bought it on Amazon." G. Do I think Xbox will take this NPD? I still do. But if they don't, here go my damage control, and I'm gonna use Nick as an example. Nick, if you sell 20 items for $1, and you sell all 20, but I sell 3 items at $200, I'm still coming out on top, bitch.
Oh Lord! Oh, come on, that is the lowest of the low right there.
That's my damage control, bro. That's my damage.
Wait, no.
You know what?
Yeah, please, Dallas, please get your mans.
Could you hear how hard my eyes just rolled just now?
Pro was on sale in PlayStation VR. Like, I think they said VR did pretty dang on well too. It was like $250.
No, PlayStation VR don't have no games. How it's selling?
You do got games. You know that. You do got games.
I say the PlayStation VR don't have no games.
PlayStation
Resident Evil 7.
No,
that's about it.
You didn't answer my question, Nick. Who had a better sales day?
In that little minuscule scenario you just put out, that little minuscule scenario you just put out, dude, that doesn't. I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
Who had a better sales day? So you might have sold more, but I made more money.
I'm not dignifying that with a response, sir. I'm sorry.
No.
But what didn't they have another PlayStation? It was like what was it, like 250 or 280 or something like that? I think it was up, and that joint had it was like.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Switch take it though, for real.
Yeah,
for real. We doing all this Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch come right on in there because
y'all see what I said.
I feel you on that. Though,
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Y'all thought I was gonna say PS4, but I'm sticking with my guns, man.
What we might have to say is who's gonna get second. Who do we think is gonna take second? Xbox or PlayStation?
Like I still like I said in Fames that $199 PS4 like come out of nowhere, dog. It just showed up on Amazon. I'm like, and then I think Target.
You couldn't find them nowhere. The whole week I was looking for that thing for 3-4 days straight. I couldn't find a PS4 anywhere.
My cousin got one. Luckily, he worked like right across the street from the Best Buy, and he had somebody to stand in line for him until he got out of work.
They were gone.
And he got one for the low. I was like, "Bo, you."
I saw plenty of pros now. They were
okay, guys. So I'm looking at a tweet from Destructoid, and it says here, for the website, it says the U.S. best-selling product on Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, was the Nintendo Switch.
I told people, man, that Mario. I don't know why people get mad. Oh, the game looked kitty and nobody, bruh. That Mario was. That Mario.
Yeah, bro. Switch taking his NPD, bro.
Mario stayed in the top 5 on Amazon all week. Just the game, not even the system. I think the system was like top 10 maybe, but the Mario Odyssey, it was like top 5 all week.
Shout out to Digital. He said Mama be like, all gamers won November NPD.
We did. I know even though I don't own all the systems, I think everybody won at the end of the day. As long as it's selling and we get our games.
Miss me with that hippie shit. We're going to war out here. We're going to war.
Hey, that $199 PS4 threw dudes for a loop though. I ain't gonna front. I think it caught Microsoft off guard. I'm just saying.
Nah,
I don't even want to hear the word Nintendo until Pokemon for Switch comes. That's when you can wake me.
It's coming, dog. You see what they put out? What game that was they put out for today? It was a trailer.
No, you ain't never hear me say no. All gamers won.
No, he was messing. He was messing around. He put yeah. He
okay.
He messed like he like not like you actually said it. He was just messing.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Shimagami Tensei 5. They put a trailer out for that today. That's coming.
What's that?
Shimagami Tensei for the.
Oh, what's this? What?
For real?
Okay, show me the money.
So that's
all right.
But what about the Onabuku 9 trailer? You ain't gonna talk about that?
I don't know.
Oh wow.
Not gonna talk about Onabuku. That's exclusive to the PS4. We're not gonna talk about that.
I don't even know what that is.
Onabuku? That's the only game on PS4 that's in native 4K.
Facts. Onabuku that's 4K 60.
Can everybody see that?
That's in the chat.
Is that just for us to see?
And our chat?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay.
I don't see that in our chat.
Thanks for the donation.
I see a donation.
J-Dub throwing them
I see it.
All right, JW. Thank you.
Oh, I see that J-Dub.
That's what I was
My
asking.
God.
All
Shouts
right.
out to you, man. So shouts out to you on the super chat, my dude. Well appreciated. Thanks for coming through.
Tiger.
Thanks for coming.
I know. Like I said earlier, J-Dub gonna be on 2XP live at PAX, so that's gonna be litty. And
I can come.
Of course, he gonna have his Xbox. I love Xbox shirt on, which everybody was hype about that shit.
Oh no.
But oh boy, it says it was great having everybody back today, man. I am looking forward to us getting back more consistent. We do have a bit of a rebranding coming as we all get back to doing the show more consistently. You guys will see new logos, new overlays, new thumbnails. Things are really going to ramp up, and things are really going to be kicking off at at PAX South. But I do want to go around the panel since we did miss our Thanksgiving episode. And I do want to ask each one on the panel what game this generation are they most thankful for. Let's start with my light-skinned brother.
Oh man, that's a tough one. What game am I thankful for this whole generation?
One game
for the whole generation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got mine easy.
Really?
You know, I'll go. For me,
you go. For me, I don't know about this.
It was Hellblade, and I want to thank Nick and Brandon from Tick Podcast for putting me on because I didn't know nothing about the game. And they was putting me on months before, telling me about it left and right. And I really enjoyed the game. It gave me a real insight, to people who are suffering with that disease. And I had a hell of a time with that game. And it, like I said, it put things in a different light and different perspective when it comes to psychosis. So that's one of my favorite games this generation. Is games I'm most thankful for because it was.
Wait a minute, hold up.
It was a different experience.
Wait a minute.
What
y'all talking about?
Wait a minute.
The psychosis stuff. Somebody missing something gone?
Hellblade.
No. The game Hellblade, it's like
I know.
Psychosis.
Yeah, but so you talking about the game?
Yeah.
The game. That's the game I'm most thankful for. Because I say it gave you that feeling. It gives you insight. And for the developers to actually go and speak with people and give story people who deal with psychosis, that's a level of something that we've never really seen in games. So that's the game I'm really
okay.
It was so effective in making you feel like you had it almost. Like you would stop playing the game and you would still hear a voice in the back of your head.
Yeah, you had to play a game with headphones too. That game was a beast.
So it made you feel like you was crazy?
It did. It did. Hallucinate. You see something in the game and it's not as if they did it but you couldn't tell. That's the whole point. You couldn't tell what was in her head, in your head, and what was actually there.
And you have to play it with headphones.
Yeah,
that's how you get the
that's a game you got to play with sound. Like I was watching my boys play that, and it was making me feel some type of way. And I'm like, yo, imagine playing that with like VR or something like that. And
you got to check it out, man. And then shout out. They also, I think there was a certain month that they gave a lot of the proceeds to the hospitals, so they gave back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I am Ninja Theory. I mean, bro, like that's gaming right there. They gave you a AAA experience on an indie budget.
And also, they gave you an inside look at them making the game over the years because they did their little series on YouTube where they let you see what they were doing. They more developers should do that.
Yo, they had like 50 something of them diaries, huh?
Yep, and it wasn't like telling the game; it was more like the ins and outs of like the computer stuff and like
what it took to make the game, what it took to actually get the insight of how they could really portray a person that has psychosis in the proper way. You know,
I didn't want the game to end, bro. I didn't want it to end.
There's a girl who works with them. Yeah. They didn't even hire anybody. Did this?
That's $30 well spent. If you ever get a chance, like it's
on my radar.
Not that long. It's about what 6 hours, guys? Maybe.
Yeah, like 6-7 hours.
The experience is worth a whole lot more, I believe.
Yeah.
From how like everybody is talking about it, like the experience. It was I know some of the people that I know, they was like, yo, even though it's a little short, I wouldn't have mind paying 64 just about what it did.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? How it made me feel. I'll say that, how it made me feel playing it. So I can't wait to get it once I get my hands on it.
It's one of those games where you'll probably only play it once, but you'll be glad you did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now y'all have me real curious now.
It's interesting, man. I'm telling you, like if you go watch the diaries on YouTube, it's extremely interesting because I've never heard of a game take on psychosis before. Like, because you just think, you know how especially Black people, we don't take craziness serious, but the mental illness is something that I think Black people should take a whole lot more serious, and to see it in a video game is like really cool and kind of different because you really don't hear about it in the community like that.
Anybody else got their game thought of? Anybody else ready?
I'm good. I got mine.
So
Who gonna go? Y'all all went at the same time.
Go ahead, Cron.
Mom said you go.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if I can do this, Jen. I can't pull the game that I'm thankful for this Jen because let me just do it this way. The game that I'm thankful for this year, I have to say it's Assassin's Creed Origins. And the only reason why I can't say this Jen at this point because I don't know if Rise of the Tomb Raider and some of my other games I can let that overthrow it at this point. But Assassin's Creed Origins, let me say this. I played Assassin's Creed Unity, Black Flag for a little bit, Brotherhood, maybe an hour or two, but every Assassin's Creed game that I played in the past, I picked it up. I wasn't impressed with it. I was turned off with the style, with the control, with the combat, just didn't do much for me. Assassin's Creed Origins, I don't know why this game isn't up for Game of the Year because it has everything. And y'all know I'm a total, complete open world RPG fanatic. And this game, in my opinion, is just literally perfection because every aspect of everything that I look for in my experiences of a role-playing game, open world, is there. The story is great. The acting, Bayak, and the NPCs, every quest, every side quest, I care about the outcome. It's just, and not just the graphics and how it looks. I mean, it is beyond, on the One X, it is beyond belief what I am experiencing playing this game. But I just think Ubisoft just needs to be given a gold medal because this game is phenomenal. And I don't know if any of you have played it, but it is
not yet.
I mean, it is definitely my game of the year. You guys know I loved Rise of the Tomb Raider. I love that game. But Assassin's Creed Origins just does something. Every time I open it up and I engage and I am exploring Egypt and if I'm in Alexandria or Memphis, it's like every area has its own unique feel. I mean, my gosh, today I was in a combat. I don't want to give too much away, but I was in a combat ship in a water fight. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just, oh my gosh. And then I've got alligators attacking me in the water. I'm like, they put everything that whatever they did in the past with the other Assassin's Creeds doesn't even matter. Going forward, they need to stick with what they've got because it is phenomenal, in my opinion.
I was very excited to see how they were going to portray Egypt because I was like, yeah, they can't do Egypt wrong. Like they just
the girl. It is
because usually when they've been doing this historical stuff, they just some of the stuff just ain't been like I don't know. It just wasn't fitting well. I don't know what was going on with them, but I was real excited. I'm like, yo, they need to go to Egypt or they need to go to Japan and do some samurai stuff. Something
you're
different.
gonna feel like you're in Egypt. I've never visited Egypt. I've never been in Egypt a day in my life, and I feel like I just feel like I live. When I open that game up, I'm like, okay, I am in Egypt now. It is so real. It is beyond. I just don't. I mean, so none of you have played it, right?
No, I usually stay away from Assassin's Creed games.
I don't.
Me too. This is my first Assassin's Creed that I will finish. If I've played it, I played a few games in the past, but only a few hours or so because I didn't like them. But this one, it's a whole new world.
See, this generation, I would say I haven't been a fan of Assassin's Creed. I tried to play Unity after I think it was like a year after it came out, and it wasn't like sticking towards me. But last gen, I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed. Like I played 2. Like 2 is in my top 10 of games of last gen and Brotherhood. But I didn't like Black Flag. I didn't like Unity. Only one I didn't play was it Syndicate? I didn't play that one. So, but this one got me intrigued. So I actually might pick it up. Maybe Christmas.
What's your game, Croc?
Oh, y'all already know what my game is. What have I been?
Persona. Yep.
And it's the game that I have been looking forward to playing since 2013. It's actually the reason I kept my PS3. A lot of y'all didn't know that, because at one time we didn't know it was coming to PS4. It was just supposed to be a PS3 game. So that's why I kept my PS3 and I didn't get rid of it. Persona is the best game I've played this generation.
Did you beat this game yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because it took you every podcast I've been on with you these last few times, you were still chipping away at it. So I wasn't sure if you actually beat it yet.
You beat Horizon Zero Dawn yet, Nick?
Nick, have you beat Horizon Zero with your fraud ass?
See, y'all taking it out of context because Kronk has spent many hours in this game. I spent maybe 5-6 hours on Horizon.
I got burnt out on it. So I stopped playing it for a while, and also I was getting my butt kicked because I'm on the last boss of the entire game, and I almost broke my damn controller.
Yeah, I heard it was hard.
I put it down. I'm like that. Like I may pick a game up and not beat it for a year just because I get so pissed off.
Making sure you finally beat this game, fam.
But look though, I'll put a game down for a year and then pick it back up and beat it. I'm just like that. I don't be in no rush to beat no game. Like if I can't beat it and it's pissing me off, I'll put it down and play something else. But
you sound like me.
And it may be a year or two before I touch it again, just because I be so like I gotta put it down because it's. But I was starting to get burned out because you can play that game for so many hours and get burned out. So but Persona is just everything that I wanted out of the game, everything I dreamed of. I'm glad that they waited and they put it out when they put it out because, in my opinion, I want a game to be as good as you can make it. I don't just want you to put it out and patch the hell out of it. I don't even think they've patched the game since it's been out. That's how because we used to them putting the game out and getting about 15 patches afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So. I think I'm thankful for that game, man, because Atlas I missed out on their games PS2 and PS3, and the first game that I played from them Persona wise was Persona 4 Golden, and that game got me back into playing RPGs again. It made me fall in love with playing RPGs again. So I would have to say Persona 5. And yeah.
Okay. Dallas, what you got, brother?
Oh, dang, I forgot to share.
I'm gonna try to make this kind of short, but first I'm gonna say I played Assassin's Creed from the first one up until Black Flag, and I fell off at Black Flag, but I enjoyed every other one before then. And Origins was the first time I picked up the series again. I didn't touch Unity, I didn't touch Syndicate, I didn't want to, and that's saying something because I was really interested in the modern day story until once again they fell off. But since you already said Hellblade, and I was feeling Hellblade so much this year. My game right now is Resident Evil 7, actually. And that's another one of those series that I had been into for a long time. Since the first Resident Evil, I've been playing and beating all of them, even the ones that suck. But it's just something about the way they were able to reboot the series and make it feel fresh again without alienating people that have been playing it since Resident Evil 1. I have my gripes about it. Like, I still need to know. I still need my loose ends tied up. Like, I really need my loose ends tied up. I need to know what happens, and I can't even say what I need to know what happens with. I almost spoiled it on another podcast before, but it's just Resident Evil 7 is that game for me. Like, it brought everything full circle, and now I'm kind of anxious to see how they continue, because I know this is just the first of a few more in a reboot.
Okay.
Righteous.
Nicodemus.
Yeah, I'm about to do what Ma did, and I don't know. This whole generation is kind of hard. I'm gonna have to go with like within the last year or two. I'm most thankful for Nier Automata.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I'm most thankful for Nier Automata. Let me just go ahead. Let me go ahead.
You know why?
Let me go ahead and pour my heart out. Let me pour my heart out once again about this amazing game that everybody's sleeping on. Nier Automata. I bought Nier Automata and Horizon Zero Dawn within 2 weeks of each other. I started playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Nier Automata came out, and I was like, let me just see how this game is gonna be. I'm gonna get right back to Horizon. Let me see how this game's gonna be. I picked the game up. And ladies and gentlemen, I could not put the game down. Like, it's one of those games, very few games for this last year or two where I actually thought about it at work. I'm like, I couldn't wait to get home to play it. Like, it was like the only game that I wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not boosting this game or whatever. At first, it was the combat. First, I just fell in love with the combat. And then just the way the story began to just unravel and stuff before my eyes, it kept me wanting to come back for more. And it was one of those games where the story, it like, not only did the excitement of the actual adventure heighten, but the story kept heightening. It kept going to new heights to where it was like, wow, I can't believe they're doing this. I thought it was over. Oh my gosh, I can't believe doing this. I thought it was over. What the hell's going on right now? So it wasn't cheesily done or anything like that. It was very well told, the story.
How many times?
The story surprised me. Like 3 or 4. I think at least 4. I think 4. I'd be a 4.
True ending to like after the 3rd playthrough, right? Because it keeps changing. I think the story keeps changing with every playthrough.
Yes. So you got to play through it at least. I believe it was like 3 times to get the real like ending. But you could play it more times than that to get several different alternate endings or whatever. But to get the essence of everything that is going on, you got to play it 3 times. And it's not just repeat stuff like, because I think like the second playthrough, people, they kind of like, you're playing as 9S, and it's kind of taking you through like the eyes of 9S through the same adventure with different attack patterns and stuff, because you're playing with 9S in a little different view, but it almost looks like the same game, but it's not. So that kind of throws people off at first. But if you get through that part, it opens up some insight of the final playthrough, which you're playing as not to be A2, I believe her name was. You're playing as her, and that's when everything kind of just comes together. It's like, oh my gosh, what the freak. So I'm very thankful for that game. I love it. I love the music, love the soundtrack, I love the action, the story. I love that game, man. It's amazing.
You just made me want to go back to Nier Automata.
Y'all need to. If you have not, I'm telling you guys, you're missing out. You really are. You're sleeping on this game. I can't stress it enough. I'm not even boasting the game. It's a beautiful game. It is. It makes tears come to my eyes, guys.
Oh
really, I'm crying right now, guys.
You know what? Guys that cry at games but can't cry chick flicks. I don't get it.
No, but I mean, just it's something that gaming does to you. Like if you played The Last of Us and you didn't cry not once, you're a monster.
Yeah, I teared up. I didn't full on cry, but I did tear up on The Last of Us. I ain't gonna lie.
Feel something. It's something wrong with you. You have no soul.
Yeah.
Right. Because they have definitely grabbed story, games now are more story driven, and when the stories are powerful and emotional.
EA don't think that way. That's why they got rid of visual, or however you say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they got rid of them. Some talking about first
But you go to the movies with your wives or girlfriends, act like you can't cry in the movie theater, though.
No, they be ready to go.
But go home, get in control, and be crying. Playing the game.
You make it sound so bad.
Because it is bad.
Because y'all just a trip.
I don't do that. I don't sit there and cry at every video game or nothing. I know what y'all talking about. I don't do
Yeah,
things like that.
no. I feel Last of Us. I mean, it's a lot of games that have, you got to, it pulls the emotion out of you. So I get that. But we just kind of used to that. We don't mind having that emotion.
Part of the end of Assassin's Creed Origins that kind of broke my heart a little. I was like, dang, that's kind of messed up. Mal, I need you to let me know when you finish this game. We need to talk about it.
All right. Well, I am on the. I went on and started going through the main quest because I had like 14 side quests that I was just kind of concentrating on. So when we get off tonight, I'm gonna jump back on and try to.
I bought that live lock.
Yeah, definitely take your time though.
You did?
Yeah, it's like shoot.
I bought it on Friday, I think.
I just did that lizard boss fight. Oh shoot, man! I was like, this is crazy. Man, this is crazy.
We actually got a wrap. We are over our time, but it was great having everybody back today. It has been a while. We would do our best to go. Nick won't. Nick don't care, but the rest of us would do our best to win back our fans, get you guys back on double XP.
Oh yeah, I said that in the beginning.
See, what the heck is wrong with you?
We're gonna try to get y'all back on this podcast every other Wednesday. We will do our best to become more consistent and continue to do our best to entertain you guys. We know we talked about Fanboy Friday, and we know it never came back. We'll try to get that back. We're gonna start these outros. Let's talk with my light-skinned brother, Mr. Nicodemus.
Let's kick off the freestyle session. Let's kick off the freestyle session. You say you look good, but do you cook good?
I'm done, bro. That's why I hate light-skinned dudes, dude.
Stupid.
Man, yeah.
Stupid.
You say you look good, but do you cook good?
So cooking matters, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, man. I mean,
Right.
I'm just saying, looks are all right. Looks are important, but man, to keep a man, it's gonna take more than looks, ladies. Just saying, that's a nice lesson.
All right, cooking in the top 5, top 3, top 2.
It's in the top 3.
It's
in the top 3.
Top 2.
I dead ass cooked some fried chicken before I got on.
Right.
Yeah, we all know if you can't cook, Nick gonna jump ship.
I don't like what you're insinuating, sir. What are you insinuating, sir?
We know how Nick get that.
My fans know all about me. Okay, I'm not ashamed of who I am. Okay,
You shouldn't be, bro.
I'm a light-skinned heterosexual male,
Oh my God.
primed and ready to go.
All his life he'd have had to fight. We know.
All my life I've had to fight for the respect of the black nation. And here you come.
This is the reason why.
But yeah, great podcast. Nicodemus, the king himself. We out of here.
And like I said before, it is great to have this woman back on this podcast. And we all know we got people on the show who only come for her. Mama C, it is great to have you back, sweetheart.
Oh wow, man! I don't even know what to say to that other than appreciate that, y'all. I really do. I'm glad y'all, y'all understood everything and was, patient with the transition of things I had to kind of deal with. But and those that did hit me up and enough to say where you at, and I appreciate that I'm being thought of. So I'm here and just looking forward to doing great things and going forward with it, y'all. And just game on.
Game on. Right.
Crunk girl.
Yo.
Happening.
What's happening, man? Use that yo like I'm on She's Gotta Have It. Anyways, no, man, because Mars is my dude, man. On She's Gotta Have It. That's where I got it from. But
you been watching it on Netflix?
Yes, it is so good.
Okay. Is it stick to the original?
A little bit.
Okay.
It's more updated. I'll say.
All right.
It's
Okay.
not black and white.
All right. I gotta get with it then.
But some of y'all young and y'all don't know nothing about that. She Gotta Have It. But that's a cult classic. Anyways.
Yeah.
thanks for coming through, everybody. Had an amazing time talking about the games and what we thankful for, and having all my peoples here, man. I really enjoyed it. Make sure y'all check me out on Twitter. I'm at Crunker711. And next week will be live and in color for PSX. So I'm gonna be doing a video.
Right.
I'll be doing a video on my channel probably tomorrow, asking y'all what y'all want me to go play and cover, what y'all want to see. I'm supposed to be going to, I think, 2 panels. I'm gonna go to that Last of Us 2 panel, and I'm gonna go to the Ghost of Kashima. I think that's the name of the game.
Unibuku.
The new stuff. They're having a panel, so I'm gonna be going to those 2 panels and cover that as well for my website and for the YouTube channel as well. So,
and what's their website again?
SheAttack.com, man.
There you go.
I'm gonna be covering it for She Attack and for my channel as well. So I'll have videos up on my channel and all that stuff. I'll be on my social media. Y'all will see pictures and videos and all that good stuff. But I'll be leaving out Thursday and I'll be back on Monday. So anything y'all want to see, or if y'all want to like see footage of it, just let me know. I'm gonna put the video up tomorrow. And yeah, man, we out.
All right, girl. I'll be checking you out.
Yeah, man,
last but not least, we got the newest edition. Well, maybe he might still be an intern who forgot our coffee this morning. Dallas, my man.
I drank the coffee this morning.
Oh, you
You know
bastard!
that as hyper as I get. That being said, man, this is a side note. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This ain't even no goodbye. But I'm kind of looking forward to this cipher that we're gonna have on the way to PAX though.
Oh yeah, that with that near automata music playing.
We're not playing that.
Oh yes, we are. Oh yes, we are, and we freestyling to it too, fam.
We're not.
I'm
not listening. I'm not listening to Near for 4 hours, bro.
I'm gonna make a beat from something off Near Automata, and we're gonna do that thing.
You're gonna listen to it for an hour and a half because that's how long the album is, sir.
Hey, Dallas, wait a minute. You're gonna be riding in the car with Nicodemus since PAX out? All right, well, hold on, bro. Okay, hold on, bro. I'm warning you now.
Oh no, what?
If you get in his vehicle and you see a couple of sheets and a couple of controllers, I'm gonna tell you right now, you might want to call a cab or
you can call that sticky icky.
God. Okay, it looks like I'll be Ubering the PAX.
Wait a minute. So, are we getting confirmation that Mama Cita's coming to PAX?
Well, no, but I'm just, I was just trying to help my.
Because if Nick bringing sheets and controllers, we know why he bringing it.
Yeah.
For The Witcher 3.
Damn, they had nothing to do with me. That was his own thing.
And he got Knack too.
Knack too.
That was like his pre-game show.
It was okay. It was a very special time, and I don't have Knack 2 yet. I didn't buy it.
You gonna buy it for PAX of my cup?
You should have bought it. It was on sale for like $20, bro.
I know. I missed it.
I'm gonna really try to make that happen for real, and I should know about it by Friday or Saturday.
All right, because it ain't gonna be the same with you not being out there. So
I know, and I really want to go. I really do.
Yeah, you need a break. I think we all need a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. This year has been crazy for everybody.
And Jalissa, I need y'all to start a Patreon for your boss. You get y'all boss out there, Jalissa.
Hey man, me and Erica gonna be out there representing though. Erica's in California, so.
Man, we talking about PAX. We talking about no damn PSA.
Oh, you talking about PAX? Oh, I thought you talking
about
Get Crunk out of here.
I forgot.
Get out of here now.
I don't know, man. I actually would like to come and visit y'all, man. I've never been to Texas. So,
and look, we got to go out too, though. Now, don't we just be going up here doing all interviews? We gotta hang out.
Yeah.
We're gonna do better this year.
You know what? Let me wrap this podcast up so we can actually talk. All right, this has been episode 39 of the Double XP podcast. You guys have a great one. We finna talk business. We out.
All right, y'all.